isolating.
Yeah.
You capture.
Yeah.
You apply.
When you're doing that, obviously
You're hurting them.
not really hurting.
Your friends, and they are trusting, they're hoping that one day
Yes, it will be her or her.
Yeah.
you see.
Yeah.
Age is just a number. After that, you have chances. Age is just a number. After that, there is hope.
Sometimes we hurt each other. How was it afterwards? Are you still friends the way you used to be? What happened?
I've been betrayed in a number of times, and I've betrayed someone in a number of times, which is nature, and which I've also tested someone if he can betray me, and true to the test,
It worked.
it worked. and
How do you handle that? And it was just a test. Were you ready?
I have
for
learned to let go. Letting go is not easy to embrace, but personally I've learned to let go. I always say this, to me friendship is beyond the money. It's beyond what you can get from me. It's beyond even just presence. Actually, to please call me. You see, the simplest things that you can put in place for the sake of the other. That's all. This friend, Martin Gukena, is a good friend of mine. Najua lazima ataona. Yaliona hii, najua hii lazima ataona. Martin is one good friend of mine. There's a day niliona huyu jamaa hakuna vile tunasaidiana. Nikamwambia boss, kaa venye huko usinitafute na sikutafuti, the hard way. And if to the point ilibidi nitafute juu, he felt it. Kuna the place yenye I'll not allow you to get in. But hiki jamaa kinajua ku break through. Kina Kevo saa 6 usiku anapigia simu, bro nataka tu tuongee. But when it comes to the friendship, there are things that I've learned to let him know. Hii nitataka kusikiza, hizi zingine pambana nazo venye unaweza. Then come let me know when you mezi handle. Do you see, in friendship also you cannot just pour out everything, because at the end of the day I'll feel okay. Why are you just pouring to me every other time? When will we have that point of now encouraging and building one another, other than just complaining, lamenting through the friendship journey? But you could heartbreak, I've done it, and I'm good at it, by the way. And I love it to apply it some places.
And I was asking myself, how do you tell this person I feel drained, and I feel like I don't have that energy to listen to that or to help you in that right now. On the other hand, I'm like, ataonaka me see true friend, ataonaka, those questions.
You see, like, personally, when you become my friends, I'll even plan. I'm good at planning, by the way. I'll even plan to tembelea your parents. We do that shopping, everything. We go see your parents. Out of the 7 friends that I know, I've done that. None of them have been to my place. Set nimewakataza, but you see that burden of them doing the same.
It's not in them.
They start planning, wanafika mahali anasema we'll pick it from there. I'll not complain on that. It's their nature.
Are you sure they won't feel like this is
I think
no, it's not a complaint.
That also, friends and friendship have different strengths.
Yes, yes.
So, true friendship, like he says, I believe that you don't feel bad because they maybe reciprocate. Because maybe there's another place, another side where they are stronger
than you.
And they come through, and you feel, I have friends. They really came through. So I think as long as these people, as I say, they care, and you feel cared for. Even for example, what you're saying, somebody is draining you, and this thing you feel the weight. Do you feel cared for? You've cared about their issue, but do they care enough to even tell you, I know I'm going through this and this stuff, but I know I'm burdening you. Can you take some time and rest? You know, if there's that aspect of mutual caring, then that friendship will last. But as you are saying, if you feel you're a burden to this person, the truth is that relationship and that friendship won't last, because you feel overburdened, and after a while you will let go. So I think it needs to be mutual.
Yes.
Whereby I know I have overstretched myself, but I also feel that these people have also stretched themselves, and I can feel that they really care for them.
Back to Kevin. After, did you betray someone, and how did you handle? Were you betrayed?
Yes,
And how
I've
did
been
you handle
betrayed.
that?
I've learned to accept it the way it comes.
And did the friendship went back to how it used to be?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
So, have you ever betrayed someone, and have you ever been betrayed, and how did you handle that?
I value friendships so much, and I keep a very small circle of friends. So betraying someone, I never betray my friends. I tell them the truth, just as Kevo says it. But betraying them, I'll stand with my friend. I'll defend them, even if they did something so weird and wicked. I'll defend them. I'll stand by them. I may not really like defend the act, but I'll stand by them. Yes, they did something wrong, but I'll stand by them. Being betrayed, I have been betrayed, but not with real friends. There are those friends that they're not that deep, and I've been betrayed a number of times. But as Kevo again said, borrowing a leaf from him is having that art of letting go. So one of the things that I do, I lower my expectations from depending with the level of friendship that we have.
Yeah.
So if we are not that deep, I don't have much expectation. So if you come tomorrow and say something bad about me, I drop you, because I didn't have an expectation, a high expectation from you either way, you know. So for me, that has really kept me going, and has allowed me to keep meaningful friendships, and the people who really matter, I make sure that friendship is so deep, and it's so the rules of friendships are adhered to, and I make them know plainly what the do's and the don'ts of the friendship, and we move on.
Before Mose comes in, I want to borrow a comment from Pastor Burale. He said, call someone in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and see if you respond. Very few respond, if indeed they are committed to that friendship.
Yeah.
It's not they can respond. I have responded to a number of calls from different people who have called. Them even other means wajui. Si ati I'm an emergency person, but maybe akona kitu mempress na maambia ukiongea na huyu jamaa atashika simu. So it depends. And that commitment, ile breaking low to that friendship and being high in the same friendship. Where are you found in the friendship?
Before you get to Mose, for me, I've remembered that there is a time, there is this friend of mine. We have been together for more than, we are heading to 20 years now. And I was there for her in every way. When she was mourning in every way, I was always there for her. But by the way, I had raised my expectations with people. But for this one, I guess I had expectations. At a point, I'm the firstborn, and I'm like a key person in my family. So my mom got sick. It was the first time since I was born, Kona my mama came sick. And she was admitted for 2 weeks in the hospital. So I was expecting if there is people who will be there for me, Niawa. Because she was admitted at Nazareth, Huko Banana. I'm working at Eastern Bypass. I have to report to work, but I have to make sure by 11 nimetoka job, by 12:30 I'm there, and I have to wait until jioni to make sure that she has eaten and everything. when you're the firstborn, it's not easy. As much as my family, my cousins, my aunts were coming, but still, hata watakuja lunchtime, hawezi kotea mpaka jioni, you have to be there. And there was this moment, I was alone, and I was like, God, I've been there for so many people when they were going through hard times. I thought, I always believe I'm this strong person. Me, I'm the kind, nikiamua kitu hata nitafanya peke yangu. But this is the moment that I was so down. I felt like I really needed someone. And I was asking myself, huyu mtu, this friend of mine, hata kuniuliza kama nimekula. Because I realized nimekaa sijui 3 days sijakula. Because your mind is, iko hivi, saa yote. Unaenda hosi, urudi job, ufanye sijui nini, uko job, uko home, uende. By the time I'm coming back from Nazareth, from 6, nikitoka huko 6 something, by the time nifike home, it's sijui 9 something. So hautapika, uko na stress. And this is something that I was really holding against this person. And I felt that mpaka ili create bitterness. Nikimwangalia, I'm like, I've always been there. And even everyone who is around me, they were like, hey, uko serious? She was never there. Even her, the husband, and she's married.
Did you talk to her?
I think the moment I tried, ililipuka tu na hiyo kitu I guess bado iko haijaisha kabisa. That's why I was unable to. And for her, she was complaining because I'm this kind of a person. Ukinikosea mimi nitakuface nikwambia. But for her, I never did that. So at a point akaniuliza kama mimi nagojeanga uongee urelease hiyo. But I was like hiyo story by the way sijui kani whether it's still in me, that's why sijaiweza kuiongea. But I felt betrayed. Ile kabisa ile sidhani nishaumwa na kitu hivyo. This is something everyone around me wanajua, like my big sister. So I felt so much, but with time, sai, that is 2 years ago. Sai ndio naanza kuangalia. Juzi there is a time I was sick. Niliamka tu, I had acidity na ilikuwa very high. Nilianguka kwa nyumba and I started just vomiting and everything. So the only person najua nitapigia akuje immediately ni yeye. So at the end of the day, even if she was not there that time, she is like the moment ataona simu yangu. And actually since that time, it's like few weeks ago or a month, every time nikipiga simu atashika, uko sawa? You know, that time she was sleeping. She woke up the way she was, akapanda boda na ni mtu akona watu hiyo, hata mmoja ni mdogo. Mbio alikuja mpaka na nini ya kichwa, hajatoa vyenye hapo. Uko wapi? Kufungua nyumba, twende hosi. Unaona? So I came to realize, I think sometimes we have to balance. As much as we might have very high expectations with something, but on the other hand, like for me, it was really hard that time. But later at a point, by the way, niliambia Mungu niondolee huyu mtu. I'm very sincere, ushaiombea mtu atoke. Because this is watoto wake wananijua kama familia yao. They know me like one of them. They are family, our family. So I'm like, this body is too tight. Na feel nataka kutoka juu ya kenye nimefanywa, but again you can't. Unaona? And that's when I realized friendship is strong. When they si jina tu, unaona tukisema afraid unaonanga tu just like someone. But kuna wengine mmeingiana ku break like that one. I don't think it will ever break if it didn't break that time. And right now nikipata either a serious thing, I know maybe I have 3, that's my inner circle. She will be maybe the first one where we are, the second one, and another one. Those are the people najua. Uko wapi? Ati uko? Wacha nikuje mbio without even thinking twice. So I realized maybe they were not able to be there for me that time. But that one what is it? Situation number?
One time, yeah.
That one time, if I could have allowed it to mess my friendship, I think I could have lost so important people. So sometimes we might feel betrayed. We might feel they have the pain in us they have caused it's too much. But it's good to take, like that time I took some time even away, and nikaanza kujiuliza, is this important? And ukiangalia where you have come from, 19 years, it's not easy. You have seen these people grow. I watched this girl dating, getting married. I was like the main person in their wedding, all of her doing this and this. Their son have gone to Form 1 this year. Their kids know me like one of them. So unaangalia unaona, yes, this happened that time, but I think this friendship is worth more. So as much as the pain and everything is there, I don't have to lose this person because of this one thing. You sacrifice that, what you feel, because of the friendship. Yeah, so that's a very important lesson I learned. Mose, to you?
Ujua umesema kila kitu yenye nilikuwa nataka kusema.
No, najua nimekukata. You are the one who was supposed to.
Yes, kama you knew what I wanted to say, because I was thinking about what betrayal means. And this is what I thought, that betrayal is when someone goes against your expectations. Unajua? When this is how you viewed someone, and then they prove to be something. Unajua? Something different. You knew that as someone who will always show up, then they don't show up, they don't explain, so you feel betrayed. So for betrayal to happen, lazima kukuwe na expectations. Maybe not even an expectation for the person to do something, but to be something. Maybe I expect you
to be there
to
for
act
me.
something.
not even, it's not even personal. I expect you to be trustworthy.
True.
For example, our parents expect you to do well in school, to conduct yourself well when you're out there. So when you don't do that, you're doing that for yourself. You have betrayed
them.
your parents. And if thinking about that, I thought to myself that this can happen unintentionally and intentionally. So I thought I have betrayed people unknowingly. Because there are people who have expectations of me, of something me hata siko huko. I didn't even do it to hurt them. Unajua? But I betrayed them. Like think about it. Mnaweza kuwa mabeshte na a beautiful girl, your friends, and they are trusting, they are hoping that one day
it will be her or her.
You see?
I've been there.
You see?
I've been there.
Every man
and you see, there's nothing you did wrong, so you cannot. Why did you betray that lady?
But I believe you give some hopes for them to.
Not always.
No, not always. There are people who build castles out of just friendship.
And you see, the okay, bringing in the lady guy story. You see that this lady that you find, they're good just to be friends.
Right.
As much as I always say this, and actually, if you see, I always say, marry your friend, because when things go tough, you'll always remember the friendship that you'll want to keep. Hii ingine mtatafuta
like her situation on.
Yes.
Assuming it was a gentleman.
Yes. You see, now you'll want to rescue the friendship because there are things that you have laid off to this person as a friend, and you want to guard those things. Leaving out the husband-wife thing, relationship part. In that you but you see, from friendship, you now, okay, we are friends. Sasa hii tufanyaje? Can we heal this? It's easy to do that. Comparing the person who marries a stranger. Today nikuje nipatane na dem, okay. Tuanze that relationship kidogo. Tumeona. Because that's the person who will go kabisa. Hata respond anything.
At the end of the day, you have nothing to lose.
Yes.
You don't have a foundation.
Yes.
You don't have things in common.
Exactly. Hata mko umepata watoto 10 ama ngapi. If she decide to go, she'll go. But a friend will get to that point and say, "Now, by the way,
I miss this
person, the personality, the friendship." You see, those are things that will now start bringing in the healing. So yes, kuna ile part yenye
Yeah.
this, if it's a friend and you marry the friend, you'll kuna pale pe break vulnerable to this person.
Yeah.
Na Indian is understand
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But now our madam men wanne, and all of them, they're your friends.
Yep.
Within you, you know this one she's good to be a friend. This one I can go this far.
Yep.
No mingine okay ni part of friend lakini kuna venye
Yeah.
you see
I can
now
share.
isolating.
Yeah.
Hiyo capture.
Yeah.
You apply.
When you're doing that, obviously,
You're hurting them.
No,
not
not-
really hurting.
On
but
your
you're
end-
giving them hope.
Hope.
on your end, you haven't done the nini,
I
the that part of okay. There's something that is coming up. You see,
You've not spoken
Yeah.
the spoke.
for ladies, they'll expect something
Right.
at the end of the day.
Right.
But now, before they say, okay, before Miriam aseme ni Joan ama Joan aseme ni Mary, you see, bado hawajui ni nani.
Yeah.
Mnakutana tu, you go coffee. But for you, now you want to
Unajua.
get to that other
Yes.
level.
Yep.
From these three, utajua, Miriam can get to this level.
Yeah.
Joan, let her be just friend.
Yep.
She's good to be a friend. Juu kuna mambo mtaongea na mkiwa na Miriam pamoja na Joan, which you are still comfortable.
Yeah.
But kuna ile nyewezi ongea na Joan
Akiwa peke yake.
akiwa peke yake, but you are okay talking with Miriam. You see,
Yeah.
that's where we get as okay. Personally as a man, I'll get to that point. I'll feel okay. These three are my friends. For Lady A, I can fully open up to her
Yeah.
and she can guard what I talk.
Comfortable,
Yes.
yeah.
But Lady B, uni beste mzuri.
Yeah.
I can trust her even doing other things rather than bring her in the life. But life ya friendship, good to go.
Good
Yeah.
to go.
Lady C, she's everywhere.
Yeah.
Ni ule, sorry to use tomboy.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. You can go hiking, you can
Yeah.
go dates, but
not-
there's nothing
not
beyond
wife.
that.
Yeah.
right.
So
And that's what will hurt.
now,
Now that's the
you
problem.
see,
Because now
If you're going
somebody feels you can do everything with me apart from
this one,
this one. So
Hey.
like
But I think
now
Yeah.
it brings in your wisdom as a man,
right.
whereby even if you explain to Lady A why this, Lady B and Lady C will help you plan your event. Very easy, by the way. As long as
plan
how you bring in your end. You see,
Yeah.
the issue with us men, you come throw that suggesting question to Lady A, you come trying to the ideas, you bring the same idea that you shared with Lady A, you bring to Lady B, Lady C. Now, that's where the conflict will start.
Yeah.
But if you just bring them as friends,
Yeah.
and from the word go, they have been knowing your friends. Even within themselves, watakuwa najiambia, unajua anawezaenda na huyu. You see, now they're building the minimal, reducing the expectation.
Yeah.
It could be me.
Yeah.
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 I was saying that when it comes to betrayal, we all betray people because people have expectations of us that we don't even know. Unajua?
Yeah.
Like you see, for example, let me give an example. When we were planning our wedding, and I've heard this from so many people when they're doing weddings, you expect some people to support you because either you supported them, either ulikuwa kwa hiyo line ya msee, and now you think, you know what, we watakuwa hata kwa planning, and then you realize they are not there. You realize people have expectations of you that you don't even know about. Having said that, it means you will break people's heart.
Yeah.
You will betray people without knowing. And people will betray you Unajua, because hata wewe you have expectations of people. Now, and I think that's where the point of you lower your expectations of people comes in.
Right.
You know, and I think what do you replace with lowering expectations? I think you replace with the question of what is their motive?
Yeah.
Right.
Does this reveal their character? Or because you see, the guy who did what he did to you, ule jamaa wa farming, he had a motive. That is not an accident.
Yeah.
You know, I can betray you as a friend, but it's really, it's just
Not
how I
intentional.
just see things differently.
Yes.
Unajua? But these guys sat down, he planned, unajua, they orchestrated
Piga
this.
some-
Akachukua lori na akasema huyu msee nitamunyorosha.
Actually knowing your weakness
Yeah.
na akijua huyu nikijua Mose hapa hezi question sana.
Yes.
This person says
Take advantage.
your word, I'll count on your word first and putting you in a state that prove your word
Yes,
in
yes.
this.
Yeah, you trust so easily, and which is okay actually. Someone told someone, a pastor actually I really admire, saying that, and I'm not saying that is truth. I'm just saying I prefer that. That when someone presents to you, give them your trust and let them prove you otherwise.
Exactly.
Unajua? Let them assume they are everything good and let them prove you wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than someone comes and they start labeling, oh, unaka conman, unaka hivi, unaka.
Overthink.
Give them a clean sheet, kabisa, bro. Yeah.
I trust you.
Yes, but of course vigilant.
Yeah.
Let them prove you
Wrong.
It could be like a small red flag, and you're like, hey, bro, I see how you're going. So, what is the motive? Because I am sure a friend like that one, you can call in the middle of the night and they will come. In my judgment, I don't think they had a motive of making you suffer when you had your mom sick. I don't think they were sitting on the wacha kasikie. Wacha atajua, wacha nataka, let me suffer. I'm sure maybe sometimes walikuwa na watu basi hata sijaenda kuona sasa nitafanya nini? You know, and because I am looking at this, I have a friend, for example, who invited me to her wedding. She supported me in my wedding. She came for it. She was so excited. When it was time for her wedding, my cousin had a rush. Uni wedding single miss, but I had to go for my cousin's family rush. Do you know, that kept me, guilty. Aki sasa nafikiria aje, ananiona aje, anaona mimi nikiwa msela kaje. But do you know, when I talked to her, actually she's the one who reached out. There's something I posted online, then she called me about it, and she was so excited. She was telling me about her family. She told me, "Nyata tuko na mtoi." You realize this person did not have expectations of me.
Right.
Why? Maybe because she knew that I did not do. I had never explained. Maybe how she knew me, she was like, Mose akufanya hivi intentional. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Mose alikuwa held up. Maybe hata financial. Maybe he was going through something. So I think what matters is the motive of the betrayal.
Yeah.
Because as long as you're in this life, you'll be betrayed. Your wife will betray you. Even your brothers, even your sisters, even your father, they will betray you.
Even your kids.
Yeah, even your kids. The question is, what is your motive? Does it reveal someone's character?
Right.
If it's revealing someone's character, a character that is, dented and so, in need of our Lord Savior, you pray for them, and and if it's a place where you need even to, put a wall, because kama ni mse ako involved na serious matters, maybe crime or something like that, they can drag you into them because you're their friends. Atakwambia kama we hang out somewhere, kama nataka unichukulie kama mzigo hapo nipelekee Nakuru, ukuta umebeba vitu umebeba some stuff ukuta umebeba parcel hata unini so I think does that reveal their character? Me, that's the question I would ask. If it's just a weakness, the person meant well, it is just a flaw, like anyone has a flaw. Imagine that's where God commands forgiveness. I think
like I have this guy. He's a good friend. We are namesakes. Kevin. He's here in Nairobi. This one guy, he has betrayed me many times. I've betrayed him many times. But when I give him a call, Kevo, uchukue parcel fulani eka monole niipata Nakuru, he'll do it. Na hiyo nimempigia jioni 9. Kesho enda kwa shop fulani kuna kitu nimeitisha, enda uangalie iko aje. He knows my taste. Enda angalia kama ni inaingia na test yangu, get it na kutumia ulipe. Then you send it to me. And that one person mwenye he has failed me many times. I have failed him many times, but you see still together. Now how we came to know each other is very funny. The church that I was in, nikitoka Agape nikienda church ingine, wako na mtu wa keyboard. This guy tukapatana tu ile, unaona umesimama stage mnaangaliana.
What?
Ile unaangalia mtu hivi anakuangalia. Yes. Hapo Nyayo Stadium. Unaangalia mtu anakuangalia. Then okay. Brother unaniangalia aje? Na wewe mbona unaniangalia? Then you start conversing. Then the funny thing, the following, you ni asubuhi sana ngoja pastor akuja nichukue twende church. Then the following Sunday, the pastor comes, anapata sisi tumesema yeye alikuwa anaenda anakuja Tuk na mimi naenda Saika. So the following Sunday nimekuja niko hapo. Then the girl ni aje? So we started conversing like that. So this time sisi tumepiga story. Yes, anangoja mata ende tao. Pasi Texas in the gari yake. Yeye akaingia tena kwa gari ya Pasi. We went to church. That Sunday mwenye nafaa cheza keyboard hayuko. Who plays the keyboard? This guy.
Wow.
Now from that time we've sticked together.
Wow.
Friendship that from strangers to friends. Jamani ni wapi? Ni wa Meru. Chuka. Mimi ni kutoka Kakamega. We've built a friendship. We've walked together. Even during his wedding niambia anything.
Wow.
Let me help you. Anasemanga okay, si juangi. Unajua sasa hivi vitu zingine unafanya bila kujua. Hiyo ukisikia kiongea na the wife, kama si wewe. Kama si wewe mse.
I know.
Yeah.
So like they were planning kwenda introduction. So to me before I think the other year 2022 they were planning to go for introduction. So by the time I'm learning, okay, this after the girl that he married, he was my friend at church. Sasa unaona ile pop, but then nyinyi mnakaa kuingiana. Sasa unakaa mnaambia Miriam, Joe anakaa fit mki. Si umuongeleshe. Joe kwanza Miriam ni CID na wewe unakaa tu mtu wa mawaya. Wow. Can you do something? You see? Mimi sikuwa najua kumbe they are clicking
So it was there before you.
No. Ni ile tu tulianza. Ile tu tulianza ile simko church. Ile unachokozana tu hivyo. Ile unachokoza huyu dem na huyu chali hivyo. Then it came kidogo. Yeye mwenyewe anakuja akamwambia mimi siwezi katia huyu dem. Akamwambia wewe hujui. Wewe uwezi, God anataka aje? Hebu acha mchezo. Like that. Now when they are planning the way walikuwa amenificha kuniambia. So this day mimi napigia the girl. Namwambia ni aje unaendelea aje? Na ufanye uolewe na mtu mwingine sikoe ni Kevo. Kumbe this girl when I'm talking she's thinking how she can break the news to me. Na ikapigia Kevo. Siniomachi vya amekufa kicheko, mimi sijui anacheka. Nakuja napigia my friend Kevin. Wewe ni aje unaoa lini? Si malize safari. Mimi I'll support you anything. Little Dino ananiambia by then niko na info nataka kupatia. Utakaa Nairobi lini? Nikamwambia hata sasa niambie nikuje. I left Nakuru that night 9 p.m. coming to Nairobi kuja kuona my friend. Tukaenda kaka used to stay in Embakasi. Tukaenda up pipeline. Tukakaa kwa hao, akaendea chapo, tunakula chapo dunga, tukakula chapo hapo tunapiga story by the way. Ushikono naje. Then okay. What are you trying to say? Kaambia ama wacha tuongea simu. Hii tunaongea saa hii ishe. Then we talk. He breaks the news. Sema boss, naweza rudi Nakuru sasa. Yeah. I've gotten the information that I've been praying about.
Truth to be told, kuna some ka expectation hata kama ni kadogo you have with such people.
Yep.
It might not be money, financial,
yes.
But kuna ile if you are in a situation you expect them even if not money.
Yeah.
Maybe physically to be there, emotionally to be there for you.
Yeah.
So kuna hizo sometimes kubalance hiyo ni normal. But at the end of the day ukiangalia kwenye mmetoka you are like I think despite what I've gone through or despite how they have failed me this journey. There's something also I wanted to add, like I think in my 20s I was very cautious with having I think I was choosing friends from only church thing. I was like nimeokoka
Church girl.
My friends has to
Mama
be
kanisa.
Mama kanisa. But in my 30s I realized I don't have to, even the ones who are not born again, they are human beings. And sometimes the ones I thought they are better than, I realized even the ones who are outside there, they're even better. We can do a lot of things together. So I don't have to be limited I'm speaking to you who you are watching. You don't have to be limited. What I have learned, me, is Miriam. By the fact that someone is not born again, it doesn't mean that you can't be friends. You never know what God will use you, how God can use you in that person's life. So as long as there are other things that you can do together, don't limit yourself.
Sure.
Pray for your friends, pray for people that are coming into your life, and I believe that with God guidance, you can go far. I want to give you a chance to say a final word as we conclude, please. Mose?
Maybe, you know, and I'll speak this from a believer's point of view because I'm a believer, and I know there are people who will watch who are not believers. But I think this is a universal principle that friendship should be first about serving the other person. Yeah? Friendship should be, Jesus even talked about this when he demonstrated friendship as, a real friend, someone who will give their life, for their friend, like Jesus did. I know it is not easy, but I think that should be the pursuit of, everyone, that you are getting into a friendship so that you can, be a blessing to the other person.
Sure.
Not so that you can benefit. If you benefit, well and good. But the moment you walk into a friendship with, how can I make your life better? How can I, how can I impact your life? You walk into someone's life with that motive, and trust me, there'll be fewer disappointments.
Awesome. Joe?
Yeah, my parting shot would be, in many occasions we don't determine the people who come into our lives, and Kevin has given a very good example of how he met his friend, but we determine how we keep the people who come into our lives. So we determine the friendships that we hold. So it's very important, again, I repeat the words that were said, that people don't care, or they don't mind how much you know, but they mind how much you care. So borrowing a leaf again from Mose, it's about serving the other person. It's about the other person feeling, I have been cared for. So at the end of the day, no matter how much betrayal will always be there, but do they feel I have been cared for? Do they feel at the end of the day, it's been months, it's been years, but I feel my heart has been cared for by this person? That is what keeps friendships, and those are the memories that stick in someone's mind. We don't determine fate or God. For people who believe in God, we believe God determines. For those who believe in fate, fate determines the people who come into our lives, but we determine how many people we will keep in our lives.
Jesus was betrayed and he was loved most. I can say this confidently. Embrace your fears to build your dears and seers for you to have the right friendship. That's what I can say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It has been an awesome time. We have learned something about friendship, and I believe even the viewers, they have learned something, and I believe that you will really enjoy this conversation. I know this is our very wide topic. We won't say that this is dead, but for now, until next time, God bless you.
Bye-bye.